Hey, what is up YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all doing well. So in today's video, I want to give you an update about my trading journey after I posted those two recent videos on my YouTube channel, where I talked about July 2025 being the biggest payout month of my entire prop firm trading career. And yet somehow by the end of that month, things were starting to dwindle, and then I was facing new challenges and struggles that I was not expecting. The second video, I also talked about this little voice in my head that I've had all my life, where it pops up every now and then during a good moment or a bad period of my life, and it tells me that I'm not good enough, and how this voice is sometimes both a curse and also a benefit. And now in this video, it's been a couple of days since those two were released, and I wanted to share with you some insights I've had, the new positive updates, and just where I'm currently at in this day and age. As always, these types of videos are not edited or scripted or anything like that, just completely raw conversation between you and I, trader to trader, friend to friend. First and foremost, before we get into the update, I want to say thank you to every single person that showed up and showed out during the last couple days. When I posted those videos, it was daunting, and it was scary to know that here I am talking about yet another sad part of my journey that people probably don't care about, which is fine, but more so I feel ashamed about, and I feel just embarrassed to talk about, because I've already been trading for over 2 years now, and yet somehow I still continue to put myself in a place of negativity and self-doubt. And just like I thought was going to happen, because our trading community is so positive and supportive, the majority of feedback and messages and comments I received and engagement that I received was actually really positive. It was really touching to hear a lot of the advice you guys had to share about how to get out of this drawdown, about how to get out of my own headspace, about how to build discipline, all the way to the people that were able to relate directly to everything I was talking about. Knowing that I'm not alone in these challenges, knowing that this trading thing freaking is hard no matter how long you've been in it. Some people were in it for 4, 5+ years and are still trying to get the hang of it. It is difficult, and that it's going to take time and a lot of commitment to make this thing work. And the final piece is for those that were able to just understand, even if you couldn't fully relate to what I was saying to some certain extent, you were still able to just sit there, listen to me yap, and still provide some positive type of understanding to what I was saying. Obviously, there's going to be that 0.001% that have a part troll or a part hate comment, and that's part of the internet game. But the beauty of about this community is that we've been so positive and supportive, and I feel it, and I hope that you guys are able to read those comments for yourself too, and know that we're all here for each other. We all want each other to succeed. Some people show with tough love, other people show with words of endearment. However it is, we're all just trying to make it, and we're all just trying to become 1% better every day. So thank you so much, seriously, for all of the support and positivity, because it means a lot to me. Now, going into the update, it's been a few days, and I feel honestly just a whole lot better. It's still a process. I'm still recovering. I'm still rebuilding. It's not an overnight switch for me. Sometimes after a long time of feeling so just down bad, obviously it's not going to be one day where I'm like back on my tiptoes, 150% peak, and I'm ready to start rolling. It's going to take a little bit more than that. There's times where I'm able to quickly bounce back on my feet, and I'm able to continue to push higher. And you guys have seen those moments too, but this is a little bit different. So the weekend passed, which went by way too fast, but it was a great time to be forced away from the market. And I decided that altogether, I'm going to fully detach from it, actually. So no back testing. Obviously, it can't forward test because the market's closed. And with that, I also decided to detach from social media. Usually, I'm active on social media over the weekend to share with you guys what I'm doing, or I'm engaging with others, commenting on other people's things, watching other people's videos, just trying to find some way to support and also learn for myself. But instead of doing that, I completely turned it all off, and I decided to detach from it completely. Best decision I could have made, and probably the number one decision that really benefited me the most. The next thing was, because I took away all that time from being detached from all those things, I decided to put it towards self-care and be more present in the moment. It's pretty amazing what being present in the moment can do for you, especially if you're someone that is so caught up in like, what's the next thing? What's the next thing? What's the next thing? Your anxiety starts to think about the future and the next week, or what's happening next month, or what can I plan for my next vacation. You're always on the go, and you always wanted to move forward. So to allow yourself to just be present in the moment and cut back and really relax in the moment, to just let your brain kind of settle and just feel a little bit at ease, can make all the difference. So with self-care, did my hair, my nails, my skincare, all the things. I went to the pool, got some tanning in, got the sun on, obviously, or sun on my skin. And I was able to bring this book with me. I had it for quite some time, but I've just been neglecting it. And now I have about a third left. Best Loser Wins by Tom Hugard. Great book. Lots of insightful information in here. A lot of things that I've already internally believe and think about. So when someone else like him, an external source, confirms what I think, it's like, wow, I'm not going crazy after all. It's pretty ironic and what a coincidence at the same time about the pages I was reading and how I related it exactly to what I'm going through right now. So this next part of the video, I want to actually talk a little bit about this particular page that I literally just finished, because I'm on page 164 now, and this was 162. So let's talk about perfect timing of this coming into this experience I'm having right now. But I want to talk about this, and then I want to give you a final update about my accounts, because I have the 100 trading day challenge starting on August 8th, and we're so close, and I'm still looking forward to it. So with this book, again, page 162, Best Loser Wins by Tom Hugard, credit goes to him. I'm going to read a few paragraphs and then just talk a little bit about it. My own motto is control your mind, control your future. Doing so requires constant vigilance. You have to own your life. If you don't own it, you are not the boss. You have to take full responsibility for everything that you do. So that is pretty self-explanatory, and it's a really nice reminder that no matter what happens, it is always 100% your fault. I think the sooner that people are able to kind of accept this mentality, or at least not fully undertake this idea that everything is your fault, right? If the building is burning, that's not your fault, obviously. But in the sense of if certain things happen in your life that you did have control of, that is your fault. And if you take fault for it, take accountability for it, take responsibility for it, how can we learn from it and how can we grow from it? It's the same thing with trading, right? The sooner we're able to control our mind, or my mind, that means I can then control, obviously, my reactions to my emotions better, control my thoughts better, so that I don't have my thoughts become feelings and feelings become actions. This is similar to the book that I talked about on my channel, Don't Believe Everything You Think, by Joseph Nguyen, I believe. I have it on my YouTube channel. I talked about how really refreshing and enlightening that book was. And it's the same feeling I got when I read this page. It just changed everything in me, and it sparked me in that moment that I need to just take a step back, recuperate, literally recover to be better, because I know I have what it takes. I know that I have the potential to be better, to do better, to reach new levels of success, and to be able to share that with the world one day. So I need to learn how to control myself, so then I can control my future. I am 100% responsible and accountable for the results that I get from my trading journey. No one else is telling me how to trade. No one is telling me when to buy or sell or anything like that. You can buy a course, you can have a mentor, you can go through education, you can get an indicator, you can get all the resources to try to, shorten the learning curve, obviously. But at the end of the day, there's no way that you can cheat or buy your way out of experience with the market. You need time in the market, you need experience in the market. And that in itself is going to take a little bit more longer than a week or 2 weeks or a month or 1 year. And so I am responsible for making sure I use my time correctly, and that I really pursue and put my whole self in this experience of trading in order to absorb that kind of education, the experience education, so to speak. This is a thought process you have to constantly reaffirm. Our minds tend to drift. There are so many distractions in life, so much superficial noise that doesn't bring substance, but that our brains are attracted to nonetheless. The brain would rather look at Facebook and YouTube than sit in quiet contemplation. That one, again, is also self-explanatory. It is true that we really love a good, quick dopamine hit. That's why TikTok is such a huge booming thing, outside of the things you can learn and buy from it. 15-second videos that are funny, 30-second videos, 6-second videos like from Vine. Even YouTube Shorts are a huge thing nowadays, and that's why long form isn't as, I want to say, big as the short versions of things. People want it quick, people want it done, and they want to move on to the next thing. And so if we're able to kind of combat this idea of trying to rush everything, rush the process, rush the time, and rush everything to have instant gratification instead of delayed gratification, the result isn't going to be as, I want to say, rewarding, and it won't be as significant as if you waited or compared to waiting for a longer amount of time. When things take longer and you finally reach that destination of reward after so long, it is so much more satisfying because you're like, dude, I put all this time, blood, sweat, and tears into it, and yes, I wish it was done sooner, but I feel so much better now that I'm here. And you won't ever lose sight of how important this golden nugget is for you. It's just a life-changing thing. And I'm sure a lot of you that go to the gym can understand this too. It takes quite some time to be able to get to the body that you want. It takes 21 days to build a habit, and yet to really change your body with diet and obviously the right exercising and all that stuff, 3 months at a minimum to see a really good amount of change. Obviously, you can see it more often as the weeks go on, as the 1 or 2 month period goes on. But 3 months versus 3 months ago is a very, very big time frame. And if you continue to do 1 year ago versus 1 year now, or 5 years from now, obviously things take time if you really want it to be the best thing. And just like fitness is, it's the same thing as trading. It's going to take time, but when you do get it, man, that's going to feel really good. So instead of allowing ourselves to get sucked into social media, instead of allowing ourselves to get distracted by these short-term results, short-term things, allow ourselves to enjoy the process and allow ourselves to realize that there's more to the picture and that good things can take time, and that's okay. There needs to be a regular time in your day where you remind yourself of your purpose, of who you are. The world is full of temptations that distort a healthy self-image. The temptations take us away from who we are by telling us that who we are is not enough. But you are enough. Now this one, I think I'm going to say it again, self-explanatory. You are enough. I know in my last video, I was talking very openly about this voice in my head that I've had all my life, where it pops up every now and then saying, you are not enough. It's both a benefit and a curse. And I explained a little bit about how I use it as a benefit and how it is also a curse. But at the end of the day, you could be told all the things. You can be told you are ugly. You could be told you are beautiful. You could be told you are not enough or that you are enough. You could be told X, Y, and Z. But you yourself, you have to really fully believe that statement in order for it to be actually affecting you enough. I don't know if that really makes sense, but the more that you believe something, obviously the more it will become true. So if I continue to believe that I am enough, then that means I have trust and faith in myself, that I have the abilities, that I have the skill, and I have the confidence, and I have the drive to make X, Y, and Z happen. If I don't believe in myself enough, and I instead say that I am not enough, and I believe that, then obviously my kind of direction in life won't be as strong as someone that really believes in who they are and just goes all in about themselves. If you have your back against the wall and you have all the belief in yourself that you can get yourself out of this hole, that you can get off this wall and you can do better, then you already have the first ingredient to be successful. Because at the end of the day, no one has your back better than you have your back. It doesn't matter who your wife or husband is. It doesn't matter who your mom or dad is. You are the main number one person in your life that will always support yourself if you really believe in yourself. So that's why self-belief is a huge thing. Having faith in yourself is a huge thing. And believing is a huge thing. So I can have a voice tell me I'm not good enough. I can have people on the internet tell me I'm not good enough. I can have people in the world telling me I'm not good enough. And it could hurt, right? It could sting. It could feel crappy. It could feel negative. It could feel sour. But unless I don't believe what they're saying and I just continue to believe what I believe is myself and what I believe is right and that I am enough and all these things, then it won't necessarily matter what anyone else has to say. I hope that made sense. So yes, my last video, I have this voice in my head telling me one thing and another, but I've always believed I have the potential to do something great and that I have the potential to make a positive impact in the world. And the more that I continue to have the belief in that, that continues to drive me to do all these different things that I honestly never expected myself to do or things to even have. So one thing is saying, one thing is believing, one thing is saying or doing, one thing is another. It's all perspective and it's all about belief, is what I'll just say from that. So I hope that made sense. being a good trader really has little to do with tools and charts. It has a lot to do with fighting our humanness. If you really want to trade the markets using leverage, engaging in high octane speculation, you have to learn to desensitize your normal emotional response mechanism to fear, greed, and other delightful human reactions. You have to fight your humanness. So to end with that, I don't see it as we need to turn off our emotions. I don't see it as we need to turn everything off, including our thought process, to become like a vampire or a robot. It's more so to kind of understand this amazing gift we have of feeling and thinking these different things. We have the privilege and the honest benefit to have different reactions. Animals in this world, other species in this world, they don't have the same privilege as we do. We can also construct a crazy idea in our head, a concept in our head, and bring it into fruition to make it a reality, right? There's people in the world that are, be able to think about what they want to hear, and then they're able to bring it out into real life, like an architect thinking about a building and all the little intricate things to make it work, and then they make that building happen. So what I got from that paragraph isn't opposite of what I'm saying. It's more so that we have to be able to get used to these feelings that we have, right? Know that it's there, know that they're valid, know that we are normal for having these things, but get used to having them. And by getting used to having them, again, it goes through experience. You have to experience these different emotions enough times in the market and understand self-awareness while you're going through these things, in my opinion, because if you're self-aware when you're feeling fear, then you're like, okay, I'm feeling fearful about this trade right now. So let me mark it down as an experience and let me know that I'm going to feel these things more often than not. And the more times that it comes around, it might get a little bit easier because I'm used to it. I'm getting used to it. I know that this is a constant feeling that I'll have. So become desensitized by having it around so much through experience, through time. And that's okay. So just, I guess the last part of that is just you don't have to act on your feelings and emotions every single time. I know that as a beginner trader, we are going to do that. That is very normal. That's what everyone says pretty much too. But over time, you get better at knowing when to act and when to react and when to not trade and when to do this and when to do that. So it's the same thing, right? It's the same thing. Everything is always just going to take time. At the end of the day, control your mind. You are able to control your future. Have enough belief and faith in yourself that you are good enough and that all the feelings you have are very normal and it's a human thing to do. Literally why he called it humanness, but try to get used to these feelings and learn how to work around them because that is something that is going to happen all the time when you're trading. So you can build a system to get used to it. You can build a system to be able to be responsible with it. But at the end of the day, it all boils down to you. So that's kind of what I got from that page. And as you can tell, like there was so much just information there that you can continue to dissect and have more conversations about. So when I read it, as my final page before the next chapter, I thought to myself, all these things I already feel in my head, all these things I know in my head and in my heart. And so even though I'm feeling like I'm in this weird pickle of a drawdown and like these struggles I'm facing, at the end of the day, I'm the one that's in control of how my results are going to happen. I'm in control of the driver's seat. I'm fully responsible what's going to happen next. So I can cry wolf, I could cry a whole river, but no one is going to change the outcome of this journey except for me. And the only way I can change the outcome is by controlling my mind in order to control my future. And these things, again, like I said, we all know that this is how it is. It's a UVU competition in the trading space, and there's no one else that can really, take you to the next level better than you can. So that's like the final piece of that reading. The update about my journey, how it's feeling a little bit better, and just having a lot of inflections and insightful moments over the last few days to just help me keep pushing. I have not given up. I know that I'm enough, even though there's a voice in my head sometimes that tells me that I'm not. If anything, I feel like I've grown a little bit more since this whole situation, and I don't think it's fully gone, but I'm going to continue to battle through it and do my best. So right now I feel good. Who knows, maybe in a couple days I won't, because Shark Week is quite literally like a few days away. But I'm going to embrace every day like I have, the highs and the lows, and treat every day as a new day and allow myself to just enjoy it, because why would I always dwell on the past, right? We got to enjoy the present day and do the best that we can. So now finally, to wrap up this video, I'm going to show you the current accounts. I just wrote it on my little thing here. the accounts I have right now that are funded versus evals. So hopefully you can see on my screen here, but 100 trading day period starts on August 8th, and then it's going to end on literally the last day of the year, the last trading day of the year. So at this time, I am currently funded with Tradeify, 5 of the 50K growth. Alpha Futures, I have a 100K standard qualified account. Trade day by Friday the 8th, I'll have 3 of the 50Ks passed. They have already met profit target. I'm already pretty much all done. I just gotta flip a few trades here and there to get it going, and then I'll be all set. And then funded next, I have 6 of the 50K rapid accounts that are all funded and also good to go. Top Step, I have 4 of the 50K accounts also funded. So for a few of these accounts, I already have a little bit of a buffer being built here. I've been trading them a little bit chill over the last day or two, 2 days, so it has not been that long. But yeah, these accounts are looking really cool. And then for eval wise, I do have funding ticks. I have 6 of the 50K pro pluses or pros, I forget what they're called, that are really close to reaching the profit target. They're probably $800 away, give or take, and I need about 1 or 2 more days, and then I'll meet that, or 1 more day, and then I meet that criteria. TPT, I have 1 of the 50K accounts that I'm trading. My funded futures, I have 4 that are on the way to be rebuild. I might just do 3 though, we'll see. I have 2 experts and then 1 pro. Apex, also waiting on the rebuild. I'll have 10 of the 50K evals. And then Top Step, I'm working on 1 eval to make it a total set of 5 here. And the Alpha Futures, I'm going to be getting a rebuild, in September for 2 of the 100Ks. And yeah, hopefully I could just get these passed. I'm not too focused at this time on Alpha Futures to be in the portfolio, the 2 of them here. But I do have the 1 right here that is part of the portfolio, so I'm going to take that W. But yeah, these are the main sets for right now that are all ready to go, that are slowly being traded at this time and making that buffer. I have to constantly remind myself that this is a long-term game and I don't need to take a payout right away. I should rather focus on the process, focus on consistency, and focus more so on longevity in this game instead of a quick kind of rinse and repeat cycle of blow account, buy account, or blow account, buy account, take a payout, blow account, buy account, take a payout. Instead, I want to just try to do my best to build on the habits, build on consistency, build on accountability, build on reflection, and just do better that way. So that is all of the updates I wanted to share with you guys for today. Thank you guys seriously so much for all the amazing support. I am super grateful for all of you. And as always, I wish you guys nothing but the best and the most success in all you do. And I will see you all in the next video.